Hello everyone, welcome to today's stream. My name is Utherus, your wonderful content creator here today. I say that with a slight smile because it's false. So today we are in Space Engineers. We're going to be continuing work on the ship and maybe even surveying some spots that we want to finally settle down here. I think Silent is making a new fighter ship. It looks like he has fully repaired his miner as well. And we are pretty much just going to get started here. My neighbor is hanging some things down below on another floor, so if there's some random banging, I apologize, but that's just kind of what you do when you live in an apartment building, I suppose. Hey, Reggie. Silent Knight is in chat too, so if you guys want to send messages in love his way, you may do so. Alright, I'm taking control of the ship real quick. We're gonna be jumping, so
alright, let me have a see.
Let's see.
I'm sitting in the miner, you're good to go.
Right, that.
I'm gonna grab coffee.
Sounds good to me. Boom. More guns? No, our ship actually has all the guns it really needs at this point. The ship is basically done. So I don't need to worry about that either. Alright, there we go. That's a good spot in space. Let's find an asteroid. Hey, Diesel Train, how's it going? Asteroid right in front of us. Convenient. Alright. So how's everyone's week and weekend going? Hopefully you had a good one. Alright, so that is settled.
And I have returned.
Welcome back, my friend.
If they could wake me up.
Ship looks really good in the dark. Yeah, I actually need to, I think, add more interior lighting at some point as well, but and some exterior lighting for like little beacon lights and things. And I also need to finish painting it. We've been painting it this kind of a rust plating color, almost like if you guys ever played EVE Online, it's almost a Minmatar color ship. Think about it.
Kind of like a junker.
Yeah. And I do like my Minmatar ships. It basically is a Minmatar ship if you think about it, just because it's a lot of kinetic weapons and very little rockets, no lasers. Well, it's got a few lasers, but, you know.
I was more Keldari than anything else.
Keldari's good. They do more missile boats, right?
Yeah, something like missiles, and I tended to play around with the drones a lot more than anything, so.
Oh, yeah. What one was the missiles then? It's not Kadari, it's the more like industrial corporation one. I forget its name.
Amar?
No, Amar is lasers. I think it is Kadari. It's the one. Kadari is Drake, right?
Yeah.
They have the Drake. Yeah. To me, they're.
Yeah. Keldari was primarily missiles. I just chose to go with the drones more.
Okay. Okay. Because Galente is usually more drone heavy than Kadari.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I was flying around in a Gila, or when I had my Tengu up and running, I was flying that.
Okay.
I was thinking of trying to recreate the Tengu in SE with small grids.
I mean, I was thinking about making the Hurricane, because I think it's just a sleek-looking, good ship. We already have the cockpit, if you think about it, too. We have a hostile, about 10.5 kilometers away. It is the Kokorov AV-20 Corvette. We might have to... Let's start with some combat before we get into, like, mining too much. Your ship is going to be a little exposed, but it should be fine. I'll try and keep that side facing down. Alright, get to the bridge. battle stations. Battle stations. Yeah, I just want a few lighting, like, you know, wingtip lighting and nose lighting, so we can see where they are. If, say, we want to dock to something, we are going to be looking for a kind of base-like area here soon for space, so we can make a space station. Silent, can you get inside?
Yep. What are we jumping away or flying away?
Nope, engaging something 10 kilometers away. So co-pilot seat.
Well, I'm down in the mining ship right now, but
can't you just use the co-pilot seat? It's kind of why we have one.
Yeah, hold on. You should look at that message I sent on Discord to improving the sync distances.
Yes, I did see that. I might be able to turn my personal one up to maybe like 5 kilometers.
There. No, I'm sitting.
Roger that. All right, here we go.
At least until the fighter's up and running, and hopefully I don't play Ramrod with it again.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you will.
If we went ramming speed, I think my fighter that's currently under construction would go flying off.
Yeah, it might break off.
Landing gears are strong, but not that strong.
Alright, it's about 3 kilometers away almost. Here we go.
Dude, he's just getting wrecked.
Yeah, he is. He's almost like the people below me hammering on the wall. Like, Jesus Christ. Again, I'm trying to keep nose pointed down so that your ship is a little covered by our armor here.
Are we wanting to salvage the ship at all?
I don't know. Our lasers are going ham on it, though. I mean, yeah, go ahead and turn off the lasers. It's basically done firing at us.
All systems should be offline.
Oh, except for the yeah, the main cannon is still trigger happy right now.
All right, they should be off now. Emphasis on should be.
Oh my God! Please kill me.
Are you gonna be able to even connect up with that thing?
It's
with
going
my other
pretty
ship
freaking fast.
Especially with my other ship under.
I should be able to.
My other one should be almost done. I mean, it might be at a flyable stage.
Yeah, no, I should be able to do this. Hold on. I mean, we're only moving 60 kilometers or 60 meters a second. This is nothing. I can dock this. I'll just use the right landing gear. Unless it just rams into me. And then the lower turrets open up fire. Okay, no, that's a lost cause.
Was up when he came over.
That's.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, those ones are new.
Yeah, I think we had added some extra turrets before I had a chance to link them all together for the global on-off. All right, let me fix it.
Yeah. Oh, just make a new weapons group, I suppose. Okay, so let's see. Since we completely decimated the wreckage, we will just return to an asteroid. I think this one looks okay. stop. There we go. Alright, what kind of base would you like to see, Silent? Would you like to see just a standard space station or an asteroid base? I'm for the space station because we kind of already built a planet station, and that's really no different than an asteroid base.
Well, with any space station, you can put a couple of thrusters on to help with maneuverability if it's ever needed. And asteroids are going to get completely eaten anyways, and these asteroids are all craggy and kind of hard to build on.
Yeah.
So I'm for the space station.
I think I am too. Just don't know where I want one. Do we want one floating above a planet? I think that would be cool.
As kind of like a staging point?
Yeah, it's like an orbital station above one of the planets here.
Yeah, that'd probably be good. Either close to the, or even above the moon or something, instead of a planet. Kind of an in-between, between planet and moon.
Yeah.
But do we want to go near Earth, or near Mars, or near Evil Green Planet?
I'd rather not go near Evil Green Planet again. Looks like we need some more ice. Yeah, we need some more ice, but, it's, we don't really rely on ice in space. Our thrusters are really, really good now, so.
Well, we haven't been near Mars yet, so we could try that. Do a station in between Mars and Mars's icy moon.
Sounds good. Let's jump towards Mars then.
Jump drive charge?
Yep, jump drive charge.
I'm fixing the weapon groups right now, so.
Jumping. Don't crash. Crashing's half the fun, guys. Alright, so I'm just gonna cruise at 300 meters a second with dampeners off. And your ship is almost done. It's basically just got the tail left to do. I don't know if it's really out of supplies or anything yet.
Oh no, we have more than enough supplies. We have definitely enough supplies.
Yeah. I mean, we did do a lot of mining last episode, too. Is all of our reactors online? Yes. Okay, that's always good. Let me go into production here.
I saw a mod that actually puts in a hyperdrive instead of your standard jump drive. So where your standard jump drive takes 10 minutes to charge, the hyperdrive takes 20 minutes to charge, but it has a maximum range of around 500,000 kilometers.
I mean, that's a little excessive.
Excessive, yes, but it wouldn't be for a ship of this size.
So I can't make any small cannon ammo. Oh yeah, it requires uranium.
Yeah, and all of our uranium currently is getting gobbled up by the reactors. So you have to manually pull it up.
I thought I had some in other ones, but...
I should be able to tell Tim to put some on reserve, though, and not constantly put them in. I'll have to look into it.
Alright, let's see. Uranium. Oh boy. There's some. Alright, and go to a assembler here. Do like 200. Okay, I just manually move some over. How's our jump drive charge? We are at 32%. We might want to update the color of the text again, because it was just
What color do you want this time?
How about do like the same color as the consoles to our left and right in the cockpit here? That way at least
So that
they match.
greenish color?
No,
like it was last time?
No, it's like a teal blue. A really light bright blue.
Alright, stand by.
space we go. And maybe we'll when we make our space station, do we want this to dock to it or actually land in it? That's kind of the question, really.
Well, if we're gonna have it land, then that's gonna mean that the space station is gonna be ludicrously big. If we want it to dock, then I mean we have the hangar bays for exit. We have the hatch at the top. Did you install the expandable docking ring or expandable bridge mod? I don't remember.
No, I took that off, I think.
Yeah, because with the expandable bridge, you could use that as a dock.
What I might just do is, you might be able to make some sort of folding arm that just comes out and docks to the, and uses either a merge block or a connector and just seals up one of the hangar doors, and then we can just walk into the space station from that. I think that would be fine.
Yeah, probably merge blocks would work best.
Well, I'm worried about merge blocks because merge blocks will... I don't know, I prefer connectors over merge blocks, but...
How's that blue color on the left side?
It looks good to me.
Later, but... Right. Then I'll put the mobile stuff.
Cruising through space. Oh, that's too dark. Any way for you to make the screen brighter?
Which screen?
Well, your screen's way more bright than mine. Either that, probably because you have like your
headlamp on.
Headlamp on, yeah.
Let me see what I can do.
Really, I might just need to. Why am I dying? Oh, oxygen. Hold on.
Full stop. I could tweak the background imaging probably. Be bright. That help.
Huh. We have no oxygen bottles left.
There's tons of oxygen bottles. Just in order.
Your health is
Type in oxygen, not H2. We have no ice, remember?
Yeah, we have no ice, so it can't refill. Okay, so 14 HP. About died. So I'll just have some sandwiches. I think that sounds like a good plan. Nom 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 nom. Put some lights in there. Yeah, we kind of took them out when we kind of replaced the roof. I'll need to reinstall some lighting. In fact, can you, actually I'll do it. I'm gonna bring us up to speed here. How close to jumping are we? Wow, the top one looks terrible. Why does it have this white background?
Because I changed it to a white background, so let's see if I can tweak it.
Oh,
to brighten it up.
I didn't know you meant to do that. And I'm sitting here looking at it like, it looks like blue lettering in milk. That's just not good looking. No, keep it black.
I'm not really sure if there's much I can do to brighten up the background on it. I think the only way to do it would be to have lighting, like just get some corner lights or whatnot that just point directly at it to help brighten it up. So that's something that's easy to set up, theoretically.
Right. Let's get some lights in here.
Or at least it would be easier to set up with, Actually, is my ship done yet?
Okay.
I mean, the jump drives themselves put off a bit of light, but not much.
Not much. You know we're still moving, right?
Yes, I know.
Okay. So I didn't want you to be surprised when we randomly die.
I wouldn't have gotten out of my chair if I wasn't prepared for it. Oh yeah, my ship is...
Alright, more lights, more lights.
Now let's play the game of fly, attempt to fly to cockpit.
Check the upper area. I mean, really, this area is not designed to have really any lights, but I can put some.
Ow.
Ow, what'd you do?
I got smacked by the engine pod.
Dude, I'm telling you, my favorite spot to stand in the ship is the catwalk in the hangar. I don't know why, but I just love the looks of this.
Because it feels natural.
Yeah, it feels like it was organically kind of put there. Alright, can I fit any lights in here is the question. Don't think so, to be honest. It's already got some.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, this side still doesn't have a wall.
Oh, well that explains a couple of things. So either the ship is done being built, or it's because the reactor power and the projector ran out of fuel.
Oh, I don't know. Just throw some in your reactor, should be fine.
Well, that's what I have to do, but... Yeah, the reactor power and the projector ran out of fuel. So that's...
How do I do this? Ooh, I could do that and then display.
How close to the planet are you wanting to...
How close to the planet am I wanting to go? I mean, like, in orbit of the moon?
Yeah. For where you want to put the space station.
Okay.
Trying to fly without damp, it's a real pain in the...
Alright, so, lights. Hey, Mr. Welcome back.
Air projector up and running.
There we go. I think that'll work. So without my headlamp, I think it's much more readable now. I added this like middle console to our bridge, so like when someone walks onto the bridge, then they're greeted with an LCD screen. I guess we could put something on there. I don't know what. And then on the back side of it, I put lights facing the displays so that they're actually a little bit more readable.
Oh yeah, I see that. That's good. That's good.
So let's see. The kitchen's a little bit more bright too now because of the extra lighting. This hallway, like I'm not even using my headlamp and I can actually see, which is good. It might be a little dark for YouTube, but I think this is about the amount of lighting that I would expect.
Alright, so according to the projector, the ship is 100% built.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still not able to move uranium through the reactors.
Well, it needs power first.
It has power.
What?
Well, the projector block is attached to the ship, so therefore it has... Wait, I thought...
Well, hold on. Is there any
Oh,
exposed piping that I can look
think
at?
I know. No, nothing. Well, just a connector, but I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, I mean, the thrusters are online.
Yeah, it's gaining power from the projector.
Okay. I'm thinking about, I need to make another small fighter at some point. Or maybe I'll make a small utility ship, like something that we can switch the nozzles out on. So we can have a welding ship or a grinding ship.
Well, if you want, once we reach position, I can start work on initial layout for a space station if you want to work on your small ship. Have something used.
See ya, Juzo, forever. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we're ready to jump again, by the way.
Let me jump in my ship. Alright, I'm good to go.
Alright. Boom. Alright, and I'm gonna do full acceleration, because we were only at 50 before, so you'll notice the ship's gonna go max speed here. And I'm going to try and not die when I get out of the cockpit. Nope, died.
And to get back to said cockpit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 300 meters per second is not safe for walking around.
No, it is not.
Now, can you respawn without dying? Apparently not.
Yes. Took a couple attempts, but I am walking around the ship right now. I just gotta make sure I don't lift off the ground. So every little bump I have to kind of nudge my way over. But it is working-ish. Maybe I should just sit back down. And that might be a little bit more safe. And also, we are flying through asteroids, so maybe I should steer the ship in case we ram into one. It's probably best if I stay in here, huh?
Probably.
Probably. Okay, come on, get me to that moon. I want to start setting up a new base. We have a hole in the top left of our ship. From when we disconnected the engine from the hull, so that was repaired.
Yeah.
All what? Did you die?
Probably a few holes that still needs patching.
Yeah, but overall the ship is done. Just needs color, a couple holes patched, and then, you know, just get out the can of spackle, and you can just seal those up real quick. Any idea why the right side is making smoke? For some reason, this connector over here has a bit of a display issue. It says it's damaged, but it's not. And so it's basically constantly smoking.
Probably just needs a reload.
Ooh, a civil signal.
What kind of signal?
A signal, 1909. So we're gonna go over here. Can you make sure the turrets are set to net fire still?
I'm sitting in the mining ship right now,
You
but
should
as far
have
as I know,
access still.
everything should still be. Oops. Oh, I just crashed.
Like crash the game?
No, yeah, my game just crashed.
Oh, well, get wrecked, son.
You're gonna have to double check that now.
Okay, I have no clue what this thing's doing. Oh my god. We are being engaged. Okay, so,
That signal looks like it's just a projector that's...
yeah. Basically.
We have enemy hostiles with no antenna signals. Look for the group listed as weapons and just turn it on.
Oh, did you hide the, other ones?
Yeah.
Okay, no wonder. Alright, I'm gonna set it to target neutrals as well here. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on with this.
Yeah. Bob is eating the civil ship anyway, so...
I just love the looks of cannons. They're just my favorite freaking weapon.
And then the random plasma shots that give you tracer fire.
Yeah. Okay, well, civil outpost destroyed, because we totally meant to do that. We're basically pirates at this point, aren't we?
Well, I mean, given the slightly rusted look of the ship, would fit.
Makes sense. Alright, going back towards the moon. There is something banging around inside the ship. No clue what it is.
Okay, I'm still loading in.
I am concerned.
Alright, I'm fully loaded in, but respawning might be painful if you're at full speed. Strat!
Yeah, give it a go.
I'm still alive. Would very slowly walk to the bridge.
I don't even see your
Oh, never mind.
your signal as if you're on the ship.
I respawned. I got to the staircase and then I died.
Oh well, you know that's the farthest you've ever made it, I think, at full speed. Here, I'll come to a stop. We have stopped.
I'm on the stairs. Alright, well if we're stopped, then maybe I should see if I can get my fighter jet disconnected so it's usable. Let me do that real quick.
I totally almost blew up your miner just there. My bad.
We really need to actually harvest uranium. We have almost nothing in stock left for ingot.
For ingots, or do we just not have enough uranium at all? Because we have plenty of uranium itself. I mean, we have a few thousand.
We have no ore in stock at all for uranium.
Okay.
So see if there's any asteroids nearby that has some.
Well, let's get to the moon, and then we'll look for mining spots around the moon. I think that's a good plan. We're about to make another jump, by the way.
Let me get to the bridge.
Okay. I still can't see any signals. I think I accidentally turned signals off. How do you get them to pop back up again?
H.
Good. Thank you. There's an elite frigate nearby. To keep our airspace clear, and we're gonna have to engage it real quick.
I'm in the cockpit.
Roger that.
Well, we could engage it or we could jump.
We're gonna engage it and then jump. Did I load the big cannons? Yes, the big cannons should be loaded.
They automatically load.
Can you make sure the turrets or weapons are online again?
They are now. Oh, there's the weapon group is on.
Oh my god, he actually has a fleet. Small escort ships going with them, but doesn't really matter.
Wow. This big battle cannon doesn't seem to do much damage to that frigate.
No, it really doesn't. But it does push it a lot, which is interesting.
Oh, we cut it in half.
Oh my god.
Get wrecked.
Are you on the top one?
Yeah. The bottom one only faces backward.
It only faces backwards?
Yeah, the bottom one is the way it's been installed. It'll only allow you to shoot what's behind it.
Oh well, it's our chaser gun. Or runner, I suppose.
A deterrent to chase them.
I mean, you're cutting off chunks of the ship, man. Alright, we're getting out of here.
Weapons group offline.
There's some firing still.
I'm not sure what it is, but...
It still sounds like there's something loose on our ship. I have no clue what it is. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and jump then. Okay, so can you adjust the range of the jump? It's too close now to do a full. Hey, this is Score. How are you?
Try now.
Okay. Nope.
Still too close.
Still too close.
Let's try 500. Try there.
Yep.
I mean, well. That warp portal just looks awesome from this cockpit.
Yeah, it is. There we go. That's plenty close. So let's go up to the... There's really something big around inside.
Yeah, I can hear it. Just not sure what it is. So do you want to go directly between the two, or do we want to just find a nice big juicy chunk of asteroids to be close to for mining?
We'll build, I think, our base kind of in between these three asteroids.
Alrighty.
I think this is a decent spot to call home.
I think it's time I start deleting some of my old waypoint.
Yeah, that's always good. Got to clean up your UI a lot.
I think the only one I'll keep is the research.
What are those little things?
Little.
Are these like little asteroids, or are they ships?
No, they're big, tiny asteroid. Probably.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's some really small asteroids out here. There's big ones and there's little tiny ones. The tiny ones usually don't have much on them.
Okay. Alright, well I think this is gonna be our home. Just in an asteroid belt over Mars and its moon.
Cool.
And got out of the cockpit and immediately got thrown about 3 light years to the left. So that was great. 10 out of 10. Would get out again. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the doors. Not the band, but, you know, the actual, hangars.
So, in terms of the space station itself, what kind of a design are you want? Are you want a more industrial style design?
I think so.
Okay, so if we section it off and we each, say, take like a specialized room, so if I took, say, the refining assembly room or something, or I could even do, I mean, you'll probably be better to do the exterior for sure, to an extent, and I can cover like a landing pad for small ships or whatever.
Yeah. We'll
And how do you want to? What section do you want to start with? I mean, we should probably start with some kind of
we'll start with
preliminary
the core.
industrial.
So I would suggest just building the core of the station. So the core is essentially going to be like the connector that goes through all the different districts.
There's a couple of approaches I've seen to this. You can kind of have it like a central hub, as like a boxy structure, or we can have it as a spire. Or how do you want to go approach?
Let me see if we can't find a reference image real quick, and I'll send it to you.
Because I've seen many different styles to work with. I've seen, using a spire as your central hub, or you can use like a large, kind of like a house-shaped thing as a hub, or I mean, with a house shape, you can basically have 4 to 6 different directions you can go with. I don't know, maybe get some input from chat. What do you guys want to see?
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to see, chat, for space stations and stuff? I'm thinking, I don't want a ringed one, because rings are annoying to do in Space Engineers.
Yeah.
We might do more linear. Hello, Dominic.
Like, if you want to take some... You know what? Hold that thought. I had an image I was looking at one time that was really, really good. Let me send it to you in Discord.
Okay.
And
I'm looking at some as well.
Let me pull it up again.
Let's see. Space station...
Let me see if I can find it again.
Concept art. That's usually a good thing to search.
I made it kind of ringy, sort of, but you can adapt it, obviously.
Well, what I would like is to actually have a proper, almost like a ship construction area, like a dry dock.
Where did it go?
Here we go. This is a good guy to reference. For those of you who do watch a bit of Star Made or something like that, there is a channel that I have on like the right side of my page. I think his name's Skylord Luke. He makes some really, really amazing Star Made constructions, and his stuff always looks really good when it comes to like space stations and stuff. So let me enable this. Boop. I think that should work, right?
Can't find the original image I was looking at.
Okay, so if you look at the stream now, essentially something kind of like this, but probably less, probably smaller, but I would like to have...
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Alright, so the part that's way off extended would be probably your assembly bay.
Yeah. And then there might be even another extended part for docking, and then a few fighter hangars. So this would be like a rough reference. I'm not gonna make this because one, this thing's huge, but I think it would be interesting to do.
We can use it as a reference for adaptation. You want to send that on Discord so I can just keep an image opened up?
Yeah. Hold on.
And I'll see if I can find some other reference images.
Okay, there you go.
So that design would be more of a hub layout than a spired layout.
Well, the thing is, like, we can use more thin sections and make it more spire-like. But I just want those long industrial connecting, like, hallways that connect different sections. I think that would be really cool to do. Let me get rid of these so I can actually see chat. That would be ideal. Okay, so hopefully you guys in chat agree with that. If not, deal with it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some steel plates and just start laying out at least where the station core is going to be.
Now, do we want the station to be flyable?
No.
Or as a fixed?
It is going to be 100% fixed. Well, happy you just got off work there, Rick. Props to you. Also, that... Okay. That's weird. Who is that pilot guy?
Huh?
The name of... Is that encrypted pilot? No.
Or what?
In chat, that pilot guy. Like, he's a sponsor, but I don't recognize the name. It's interesting. Okay.
He's also a moderator? That's not Ed in disguise again, is it?
I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
Ed changes his name too many times.
Formerly known as John. Oh, okay. It's John Guidry, I think.
Ah, okay.
Okay. That solves that mystery. Okay, here initially though, can you get us a bunch of ice and uranium? Because we're gonna need it.
Oh, here we go. This could work. Let me send you this image on Discord. We'll see what you think.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out how I want this to be angled in space. I'm well, Mr. I'm just gonna call you Mr. from now on, just because that's easier. And I need to tell Bob Nat to dismantle something that's neutral. In fact, I need you to do that ASAP for me.
Okay. Alright, I put an image in Discord for you to look at. See what you think. I'm gonna just turn Bob off for now, and then we'll just do like layout.
Damn you, Bob.
And then when you're happy, we just turn Bob back up.
That works.
Alright, I put another reference image into Discord for a more industrial design.
Try not to bump into this, by the way, because it's not gonna stay stationary really until it's heavy enough.
Well, it won't stay stationary until blocks are built and you tell it it's a station.
Alright, so seat will be like that. And then
My fighter now has enough fuel to actually be functional. So I'll disconnect that from the ship so it's not being awkward.
10. Okay. One, two, 4, 5. I have to get this above the seat because I put the seat in the middle. Right.
Got 2 days worth of power in.
that. Connect the station to the ship for now, then cut it off when you're done. Nah, because if we need to start engaging stuff, then I want to keep the ship separate.
We want to be mobile.
Yep. Let's do an asymmetrical section too.
Holy shit. Our mining ship has no fuel left.
Oh, that's no good.
I think we stole it all. Power other than...
Hello,
Steals.
Hummins.
Take some from the fighter for...
So we'll do that, and then... Yeah, no, this is gonna be a full space station. Like, it's gonna offer pretty much everything a base would offer. So storage for fighters, a dry dock potentially, industrial sections, large storage containers, basically everything that you'll need to survive.
Just wait till you see the plans I have for the refinery room.
Yeah, I think I want to be surprised by your build, so I'm not gonna look at any of your reference images. At least for now.
Well, the reference image I linked is not going to be what I'm using for the refinery room. I'm talking about the interior, but the section I'm going to need is going to be quite large.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be putting in 12 refineries.
That sounds good.
Basically, one refinery for every type of ore that there is.
Oh my. That's very specialized.
It also makes it a lot faster for refining, because all of a sudden you're not waiting on refineries to pick and choose.
Right. I think this is going to be like the main long branch.
It also means I don't have to rely on Tim to do all the refining.
So we'll do something like that.
This rock has ice on it, but nothing for uranium.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just add a reactor for the sake of it. Doesn't really matter where
It also means with an actual space station, I can set up automated mining ship.
And let's do some storage.
We're probably going to be more in need of uranium first than ice, huh?
Let's put a bob on
Seeing as we do have full oxygen tanks, we can constantly refill still for a while.
So this is, you know, just going to be a rough skeletal thing, and then we will build off of it. I think it needs to be way bigger, though, to fit everything I want it to fit.
Ah! Uranium! Lucky!
So I get that. Let's do... Okay, just to keep things proportional, we're going to have to do this. 2, 3... Something like this. This could be the start of it or the center, I don't know. Okay. I think that's fine. I'm gonna tell Bob Nat to weld and only do build. Or Nat to grind, but only do build. Okay, so build and repair systems.
Sounds like a plan.
Weld before grind. Do not grind neutral blocks and on.
And it would appear that this asteroid has got a huge amount of uranium.
The Elon station. Ooh.
Are we naming the station now before it even has a design?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they want to do. I don't know, maybe the name dictates the design. Who knows?
whatever section you want to dedicate to refinery intake and whatnot, just mark it off, and then I'll build that section.
It's on the longest arm. Would be refinery industrial stuff.
So basically, I'll build that entire hub section then.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you want to put storage?
Storage should go with it, almost like you know how they store things in space usually with just like long tubes, or like that just kind of attached to the side of the base with some like industrial looking attachment points. That's essentially how I want the storage to look.
Is that long stretch? I'll just put cargo bays along that stretch with tubes that pop off or something.
Yeah, that's fine, and maybe even make it so that we can take them off and switch them around. I think that's what you're getting at too.
Yeah, it's like cargo pod.
Yeah, yeah.
So it would give the impression that they're removable without being removable.
I mean, you can just use merge blocks and actually make it removable if you want. Let's see, why not?
And what, have them all connected through connectors? Otherwise you'd be grinding away.
Yes. Just have them connected through connectors. Nothing really wrong with that. You can inlay the design enough to where when the merge blocks touch, the connectors line up automatically. Does the ship have a name? The ship is called the Cyclops. I decided to just keep the name, even though it doesn't have the mining laser on top anymore, but I just like that name. It's relatively basic, and it's just a solid one, I think, for now. Single word kind of thing.
I may have to quickly whip up a large grid mining ship with the beam laser.
You hope there won't be any alien intruders? I think it'll be interesting if we get attacked. I mean, we have an interceptor now and our frigate. I'm probably gonna have to call our ship a frigate at this point.
It's about the right size. It was about the same size as that drone frigate.
Okay. Okay, so this upper section here is probably going to do some more living area. Maybe have a control tower for the hangars. That would be cool.
The hangar bay is going to have to be pretty large.
Yes. They will be, don't worry.
So, the hangar bay, are you wanting it to be only for interceptors, or do you actually want to try and dock the Cyclops?
The Cyclops, I'm going to build a specialized extendable arm that will extend and latch onto one of the hangar bays there.
Or piston dock.
Yes, it's going to be attached by pistons. But what I really want, and what I think would be cool, is if I took, like, say, the entrance to the fighter hangar bay and made it about the same size as the entrance to these. Then what I can do is simply dock this to the edge of the hangar bay, and we can move fighters onto it, and then just fly off with them if we need to.
Thus it gives you a valid excuse to design your own interceptor.
Pretty much. Been wanting to. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Welcome, Mr. Hangor.
Stations cannot jump, no. When a station is set as a station, it's completely immobile.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to convert to large grid ship and then you could jump it. Which is awkward, but doable.
It has been converted to station now, by the way.
It's now bumping it, shouldn't do anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
And where do you want to put the reactor core for the entire station?
We'll have to make some sort of power room somewhere as well. Really, like, this rough grid that I'm making might still be too small to fit everything we want right now. So we will see how it works out. You were thinking we could just jump to another asteroid. I mean, we have plenty of asteroids, really. I think we're going to be fine on materials basically forever at this point.
And I don't even think you have your game settings set to maximum asteroid spawn either.
No.
Because maximum asteroid spawn, there'd be 10 times as many asteroids, and most of them twice as large.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where even an automated mining ship would take, you know, years to finish it off.
Okay, so I think I want each floor to be interior-wise, have a roof of 2 blocks high, just so everything feels spacious.
With the exception being hangar and industrial room.
Right. I'm kind of building the
living quarters.
kind of the living quarters and where everything's going to be connecting up first. And I'm doing it in a real rough box shape. And we can like make things angular as we go, but I think this would be a good idea just to get all the core elements on.
Treat it like you would any build in Planet Coaster. Gray box it in. Start boxy.
Are you telling me
blanks.
how to build a Planet Coaster?
I don't think I've had enough coffee for that.
Next thing you'll want is a parking lot.
You did offer parking
set it
spaces.
the way it should be, which is not easy for non-Dutch people. Oh, well, I'm happy. I didn't try the first name on purpose. I would have probably killed the first name.
Which name is that?
Mr. Hangor. I think I said it right again. I don't know. The more I say it, probably the more lazy I'll get with it, and we'll start just mispronouncing it the whole time.
Just hangar? I mean, if you read it out, it looks like just hangar.
I mean, like, to me, it sounds guys hanger, something like that. I don't
Depends
know.
if-
I'm not Dutch. I'm not even gonna really try.
Depends whether or not the G or the J is silent.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't understand why a bunch of foreign words, written in, I was about to say Romanji. This isn't Japan.
Deathwish coffee?
Yeah. I don't know what Deathwish coffee is, but I'm afraid to even ask. I don't even drink real coffee. I drink espressos. I'm a hippie kid.
I'll stick to my drip pot.
Well, that's just cost savings.
It tastes better too. Honestly. Are you the kind of guy who also just eats raw coffee beans?
Me? No. I don't like normal coffee.
Well, speaking of coffee, anymore.
Okay, so this side,
Be back momentarily.
just step out. Like this. Good thing we have plenty of iron. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, bop, bop. Bop. Okay. Hold on, I need to do this. Yes. There we go. Alright, making a giant station. This is gonna be what we're gonna be doing for a lot of streams for a while, guys. So This is gonna be the build, the final large build that we do probably. Before we just
for a while anyway.
Yeah.
And when we're done this, then we'll have an excuse to go and build a really big spaceship.
Have I played with the new Bubble Shield mod? I have not, mainly because it is not a single.
It's still heavily buggy too.
I don't know anything about bugs, but basically I don't think multiplayer's on it yet, so I just figured I would wait until multiplayer's a thing for it before I even tried it.
It does.
See, I don't know if I like it.
Well, it kind of gives the Stargate-y feel.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of Stargate.
That's blasphemy. Deathwish coffee sounds like Uthris' style coffee then.
No, I mean, you know, if it's overkill, then yes. Oh, I'm out of blocks. Yep.
You ran out of steel already?
Yeah?
There should be some...
Do you know how many blocks I've added?
Nah.
200?
There's like 50,000 plates on the ship. We should be good for a while. And if not, there's lots of iron everywhere.
That's my oxygen bottle. Okay, it's fine. That is heresy. I know, guys. I'm not a big media guy. Surprisingly, like, I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. It's sadly not something I ever was too interested in. I do, however, play a bunch of video games.
I mean, I can understand you not wanting to use the Stargate mod for, like, instantaneous transportation, but...
But not even watching Stargate? How dare you? You love that you can hear the ship in the background? I think you're probably more hearing my jetpack than the ship. Could be wrong, though.
What was your question, Patrick Joe?
Yeah, I didn't see it, sorry.
Chat's kind of flying by a bit quick.
No, that's fine. I'm happy people are chatting. Chat away. Hulu and Netflix is where you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, those are streaming services I'm fine with. I just don't like commercials at all.
Traditional TV is evil and needs to be abolished.
Like, as a person who does YouTube, at least a little bit, it's like, even I run ad block. Like look, I just don't like commercials and ads.
Well, let's face it, who doesn't run ad block? And let's be honest, everybody does.
People who just want to support their favorite YouTubers.
I mean, it's one thing to whitelist or support in some way, but ads are still evil.
Actually, I will say the best way to support creators is probably through donations or YouTube Red. YouTube Red does pretty well, to be honest.
Or sponsorships.
Or sponsorships. Yeah.
Come join us on Discord.
So YouTube takes half the sponsorship cost.
Those greedy bastards.
Mm-hmm. YouTube basically takes half of everything. Okay, so that'll be kind of the living areas, mess halls and things like that. And then I wish I could get the elevator mod to work in multiplayer. It just doesn't look like it's stable for it.
Apparently Patrick was saying we should connect the station to the ship from now and then cut it off when done.
Oh,
is that just for ease of transferring materials, or?
I think he wanted it to be just connected so it wouldn't move anywhere or something. I don't know the exact reason, but
it shouldn't move anymore.
But I think I did address it. He might have stepped away. But the main reason I'm not gonna do that is because if we get under attack, I want to use this ship to intercept them rather than risking the thing getting close to our station, because the station does not have shields.
Especially seeing as my interceptor also doesn't have ammo on it yet.
Though granted, if I did connect the ship up, I guess in theory the station would then have shields, but I don't know. I just rather intercept them. I'm gonna move it closer though for Bob. There it goes. Okay, right down.
That should be enough uranium for now.
Should be.
Hey,
Until
I
we have
really-
a fleet of automatic constructing building AI drone fleet that follows us around. That's kind of why I enjoy StarMade a lot more than Space Engineers. The AI like fleet is really cool in that game.
Unknown sig. Let me go investigate.
Okay, so the hangar. The fighter hangars are going to go off these branches, and then this is going to be like a control tower section. And then we'll probably have the unfoldable hangar coming off this way, maybe at a 45-degree angle. That could be cool. Well, that might be a pain to get working.
Good luck with
Or maybe
testing.
just down below. No.
You'd have to go pistons on rotors to make that extendable.
Yeah,
that would
no,
just be-
and that's just no good. Wait, Patrick, is it? Why don't you talk and do videos? What?
It's like all he ever does. Oh, I gotta come back anyways. Most of that oxygen.
Oh, breathing might be good.
Yeah, my fighter has an oxygen Jenny.
Alright.
Miner doesn't.
So how many fighters do we want to be able to store in our hangar? Or
Well,
ships in general?
At minimum 2 fighters plus the mining ship. I mean, it depends on the mining ships because when I'm up and running, the mining ships will all be automated, so they'll be constantly just flying on their own, going in and out. So
Will they
and
actually
they
know how
won't-
to navigate the hangar, though?
they won't be landing in the hangar. They'll be basically landing on top of the refining section.
Okay. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do... You said 2 fighters, so I'm going to say 4 fighters. And I will say...
At minimum
Two
two, one
utility
my
ships.
fighter. So you would want at minimum my fighter, your fighter, and then maybe a backup of the.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably a grinding ship, welding ship, and maybe a mining ship that's not AI controlled.
Well, I was going to make a utility ship that just you switch off the nose and it becomes a welding, grinding, or, you know, a mining ship.
Fair enough.
Those tend to be pretty cool to have.
So do you want to have it with the attachment via merge block, or just redo it every time?
It'll be attached via merge block. But no, wait, hold on. Is it merge block? It'll be probably a connector to do the attachment of each little piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Alright.
5.
Uranium
6.
ingots are now being generated. Alright, she'll gather supplies and start work on the refinery section.
How big is the hangar of our ship? The door. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has a 4 because the hangar doors aren't. I have the large hangar doors, don't I?
Yeah, it'd be a large grid hangar. The opening itself is
It's gonna be 4.
9 across. So 9 by 4.
Yeah. Well, I want this one to be a bit wider because I have a feeling we'll keep the ships relatively thin in terms of height, but we can make them wider with this thing.
Yeah, it's 9 by 4.
2,
So 4 high, 9 across.
Okay.
Alright, so my refining area will be over here.
Let's get hangar door then.
And the walkway that leads to the rooms, you want it to be kind of where the post is now that's going out, or do you go above it, below it? Because that'll determine roughly how I build up the refinery room.
Wait, what'd you just say? Sorry, I was grinding.
A walk path and connectors and conveyors. How do you want to cycle that in? Like the pole that you have coming out now. I mean, that's obviously going to be potentially removable, or we use it as the primary walkway, or...
Okay, so the thing attaching the arm, that's going to be like a in an industrial looking walkway with probably a hallway as well, but it'll have probably multiple arms connecting it. The other arms will probably be more industrial looking, and then this is like the start of the actual shell. So just start building out to the left how wide you want it, because I want this arm to stay this length.
Alright.
If that made any sense. I don't know. I know I'm gonna have a walk-in closet Raptor. I might even put in a 2-sink bathroom in the master bath. I think that would be good to do. Alright, so
Might
this
have
would be the storage area.
May have to lay out some connectors initially as well. Since you're not going with pressurized, or you're not going with actual pressurized rooms, do you want me to have that walkway give the impression that it's pressurized, or just basically give it
turn
a
on
steel?
pressurization.
So you want me to build it with the intention of pressurization?
Yes. Now the walkway could be exposed to
Because that's what I'm wondering.
element.
What I can do, I can run a steel catwalk that's see-through, and then put the whatchamacallit, conveyor system underneath of that so you can see it, or I can build the walkway as if you're assuming pressurization.
We're gonna go with a bay window, Raptor, just for you.
Because I'm thinking I may end up doing the walkway design first, or I may not. Because I have to accommodate cargo as well.
Right.
So I think what I'll do a partial walkway.
6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these hangars are hopefully it's going to be cool, because I want it to actually have like a little bit of a launch kind of platform before the storage areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or as some people like to call it, a runway. We will not have an indoor swimming pool. Gravity in space could be an issue with the water.
I could do it with a projector block.
We could do it with the projector block. Okay, so that. And then the military space has launch tubes, not runways. Yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
Could maybe build a gravity generator assisted launch tube. Mac cannon our ships.
Those are a little iffy at times. I don't want it to just gravlev our fighter straight into the wall. It might not end well. Alright. This.
Maybe, maybe not.
This is gonna be like probably.
What the hell is the 1x2 inverted
Part of mission control.
Window. I thought there was a 1x2 slope window that was inverted.
I don't even know.
I could have sworn there was.
I feel like there's a lot of variants for things that just aren't in the game.
It's flat. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's 1x2 from normal. Yeah, whatever. I'll make it.
Okay, we got that. Let's go up one more. And then perfect. I'll go with a 1x2 or something.
It's not like that. Alright, I'll do it this way.
And then just a short little bump for a control tower. 1, 2. Four. 2, 3, and 4. Is the station in orbit?
Technically.
No. Yes and no. Technically, the station is stationary, but we are off from a planet and moon. Hopefully, the moon doesn't orbit into us. That would be a little awkward.
The planets are completely stationary. It's the sun that orbits us. Which is weird, but it's how it's done.
Are you sure?
See?
Because when I first got here...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I feel like the moon was on the other side of the planet when we first got here.
I mean, it's possible that some things move, but I know for a fact that the sun orbits the planet.
Yes, the sun is really the thing moving for light. Yeah, I don't think they orbit. Starmade, though. Starmade, things do orbit.
Right, how does this look to you? The entrance into the refinery room.
Fine.
When I was doing my little solo moon colony base, this is kind of how I did all my walkway.
I would probably, like the 2x1s on the bottom, I'd probably use stairs before, like, venting textures. That's why I use stairs. Because to me they look like vents or heat vents or something like that, you know?
Depends on where you need them, because I still have to accommodate in the conveyor tube. So, if I was going to do any venting, it would be under the conveyor.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me mock up what I'm going to do.
Corner.
To at least connect the base to the conveyor. And I think for cargo, instead of the extra large, I'll just use the regular large one. Looks a little bit slightly less industrial, but gives the same impression.
You know, one of these days I'm gonna actually have to use stream music for my own sanity. But I'm always just worried about copyright here on YouTube. If I was on Twitch, I'd probably be just jamming out to classic rock all the time. Alright, so this is kind of like the interior portion of the launch tube. I'm using the correct terminology. And then the rest will be like a armor shell plating thing. Did I not get that spacing right? I guess not. This is a mess of a framework right now. And then the hanger, we'll probably do like an L shape down here. Just for maybe some additional storage space. In fact, I'm gonna cut this off as soon as I attach it. It is a mess that's slowly taking shape. I agree. How's my oxygen? Okay, still. What I wouldn't give for a mirror mode, though.
Yeah, no kidding. But if you think about it, industrial space stations are
Pretty asymmetric.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's a bunch of symmetrical parts thrown on in an asymmetrical fashion. So, I think there's a good case for that. I mean, we have a bunch of interior space, which is good. Now us, when you check your oxygen? What do you mean? How you mean, sir? I think what I'll probably do is this. I'm gonna do another arm kind of towards your industrial thing. But this one's not going to be the walkway or anything like that. It's just going to be, hopefully, eventually, a just a connection support beam.
Yeah.
Let's actually make it asymmetrical too. So there'll be 2 connection points. Kind of like that. This way. It is risky to not know where your oxygen tanks are at. I agree. But I've been known to die for dumber reasons, such as crashing into a planet. Such as getting out of my flight seat while going 300 meters a second.
We're all guilty of that one.
Yeah. No, I'll probably do some sort of connection point here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's get the interior. I think your hangar doors won't fit in your station. You need 6 blocks in height. It's now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They fit. Keep in mind the upper part. The uppermost part is going to have a layer of armor above the hangar. So that's why they're off a little bit. The lower part, the hangar door is going to flush to the bottom part of the armor plating. So the hangar door will go here, and then a hangar door up here, and then this part is going to create like a overhang cowling thing. I don't know if it'll look good, but we'll find out. Up. That little tank symbol above your H2O2 bars lets you know the bottles run out, right? Yes, it will. But I just wanted to see what percentage. So it tells me that I have a bottle, but it doesn't tell me if the bottle is full. And so I was concerned about that. This one will do more asymmetrical over this side, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, this is fine. Bop, bop, bop.
Bob still set to gather floating debris?
No. Because remember, if you cut it off, it's not going to be considered floating debris.
Oh, no, it's grabbing it.
Oh, you're talking about parts. I thought you were talking about, like, if you cut your station chunk off or something. Okay. I don't think, because if this is both technically part of the launch tube, we need an actual storage hangar for the fighters. I'm kind of missing that. We haven't been attacked, which is good. I was a little worried that we would be.
Punchings?
Now, the question is, do we want some turrets on the station? Yes, probably. But I might want to make a few floating weapon platforms around it too. I think that could be cool. Okay, so it looks a bit like a mess, but I can see.
You seen the refinery room?
To do. That's the refinery room?
Oh, you'll see.
Yeah, I never know when Thanos is going to attack, you're right. Or the Fire Nation. Either one.
Because this will double as both refinery and assembly all in one.
Reloading the weapon platforms would be a bit of a pain. Yes, it would be. I mean, you just have
Actually,
the
no.
connector.
I can automate it. I can have an automated cargo drone that just basically funnels ammo to weapon platforms as needed.
Oh, nice. Holy shit, Rick. What? Well, thank you very much for the $20 donation. You're pretty fucking awesome. I don't know why it didn't pop up on the screen yet, but Jesus Christ.
YouTube buggy.
Yeah, or Streamlabs is, whichever one. But thank you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I can get lunch now, guys. I might get a pizza.
Oh, that sounds deliciously temple.
Should have known Silent would automate it. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Oh, my energy's low, and we're out of oxygen, so... Hey, the suit warning actually worked. Would you look at that? Where's the hangar door? And you dropped off ice, right? To the...
Not yet. I mean, there's the oxygen tanks on board the ship are full, so you can just leech off that until when they hit about 50%, then I get more concerned. So if you put your bottle into the actual oxygen tank itself, it should auto refill.
Well, I need some power, so...
Power's important.
Yep. Just gonna sit in my cryopod for a second. Get that fresh power and oxygen. There we go. Okay, so my suggestion, by the way, make that about as wide as you can go. I would say add like this wall to the other side, you know, kind of just make it symmetrical, but just make it longer to the left and the right, so that...
Well, the way it's set up right now is there'll be 6 refineries above, 6 refineries below.
Okay. So that's 12. And you said you wanted 24, right?
No, you only need 1 for each ore type. There's only, what, 12, I believe?
I don't know. I don't know how many different ore types there are.
I don't remember. Pretty sure there's only 12.
Okay. Might have...
But the way this is designed is that it's expandable because of how it's being designed.
Expandable is good. I like options. Alright. I think I just need more storage space for fighters. I guess this is where a lot of them will park. Here. I don't know. I have the launch tubes and those work, but I just don't know if we have spaces to park 8 things. Well, you said you're going to keep the utility vehicles attached kind of over to the industrial side, right?
Yeah, the mining ships will attach to the roof or the side or wherever I want them. So you don't have to make any room for mining ships. That'll all be done over here in the refining area.
Maybe rotate the refineries to be horizontal to add width to them. I'm
Oh
fine with
crap!
them to be like
Out of
that.
oxygen.
See? Huh. I actually paid attention. Wow, what a noob. And then I think beneath the hangars will be the power engineering.
Come on.
Are we putting the power supply with the industrial, or do you want me to put it at the bottom of the station on its own local branch?
I would have power in its own area.
Yeah.
So apparently, looting oxygen bottle doesn't refill it quickly enough to
Nope.
save.
Found that out the hard way.
Oh, well.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I would just have the reactor room as its own separate entity, as long as we can pipe it in. That's all that matters.
I think so as well.
I mean, maybe have like 2 reactor rooms, so if one got hit by enemy, you still have a backup. Or if anything, what I do is set up batteries as your emergency power backup.
Well, we'll probably also attach a few solar panels as well. I mean, it is a space station.
Yep.
We will not make them tracking the sun, though. I know that's probably going to bother you, but I'd much rather them just be stationary than deal with rotors on this.
So you don't want me to use the rotor-controlled turret?
No. What's that? Oh. I think adding a thruster would be a little awkward. I like how the bloom effect, it's real right now. I meant to add square section onto it, but that should be fine in theory. I'm going to be rotating the ship real quick to the bottom side, so we can get some plates built. So Bob might not assist you for a little bit.
That's fine. If all I'm doing is grid layout, it's fine by me. I have to set up all the sorters in here anyway. So that'll take a few minutes. Does it sound like you just smashed my ship?
I didn't smash your ship. I smashed the space station. Your ship was fine. I just made a little bit of a dent, okay? It builds character. Perfectly fine. Get some hair on your chest. Everything's safe. For now. Yeah, it adds details. It makes it look a little bit more worn and battle hardened, right? I think so.
So, you want to go for speed refining or yield refining?
Well, I mean, if you have a refinery for each one, you'll...
Better off to go for yield?
Yeah, I would think so. The only reason to go for speed is so you don't tie up a refinery. So, At this point, you might as well just...
Maybe what I'll do then is 3 yield, 1 speed then.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh man, this kind of looks like the industrial section of the ship. A bit. Okay, so I think at this point I can start laying in the floor. Guess we're gonna have a change of height here. This large first floor section is going to be kind of the main living quarters, I would assume. And then we'll have to decide on how to get staircases built. Should we just use hallways and fly up the station, or do you want staircases? I go for staircases just because I don't want to waste hydrogen flying around a space station.
Go with both. Have like a centralized jetpack area if you needed to get somewhere really quickly. Say we're under attack and you need to get to the control room quickly. But otherwise, just use stir. That's what I would have both.
Agreeable. Question is, where do I even want the staircase though? I'll probably use the center column of the staircase as the fly up, and then we'll have the staircase wrap around it. That way they're in the same location.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think I'm gonna go with normal stairs rather than the Star Wars one as well. I don't go down to the hangar, but might have to change where the hangar stairs are compared to everything else. Because if I run a spine all the way up to here, it'd be okay. I thought it was called a hallway block. Console curve. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see if we put that somewhere. Where is it? Lift? What is this? this thing work? Does this thing actually do anything? Maybe not. Could just be visual. Don't like how the stairs are 2x1 blocks because they limit how I build. I mean, it's okay. It's a design challenge. I mean, if it was a 1x1, then it would look a little weird as well.
Janky?
Yeah, it'd be almost too steep.
Well, it would feel too restrictive as well.
Like too narrow?
Yeah. Like if you're using those sidewalls for the stairs, it kind of opens it up to make it feel larger.
I swear there was a vertical shaft that you could use in the base game. I was like a hallway block. But it's not here.
No, but there's the mod.
Passage. Thank you. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, passageways. Forgot about those. Forgot those were right there.
May help too if I remember which way is up. Love that look. Okay. So if I add a double passage, one for up, one for down, so people don't collide into each other, that should make the stairs line up. Kind of at that point. So you can do stair, landing, stair. That. Will I ever make a podcast? I don't even know what I would make a podcast about. Do people
Here's
really
that
want to
they're-
hear my opinions? Think long and hard about that question.
Yeah. So there appears to only 10 different ore types to work with. So we'll have 2 backup.
Kind of anything refineries.
So those anything refineries, I'll have Tim automate everything else. Just let-
Okay. Sounds good to me. Ariel Lopez, thank you so much for subscribing. You're pretty fucking awesome. Enjoy your time here at the channel.
Or what we can do is if we ever install something that comes with specialty ore, we can repurpose these 2 refineries for that.
True. left, stairways right.
Alright, refineries are all hooked up.
Alright.
Most they're capable of refining, but now I have to hook up the part that spits everything out.
Alright, I got that. Now, where's my staircase ones? Oh god. The gravity of
What?
shit keeps messing me up. Like, I keep turning off my jetpack. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna test out these stairs. And then I just fly to the ceiling. Is there a corner? Interior.
Maybe turn off the gravity generator.
Maybe. Corner. Let's see here. SW, right? SW. You know, I said I didn't want to use any of the Star Wars ones, but here I am doing it anyways. I think it's fine to square that off there. Interior's starting to get a little dark. What was that?
Yeah, what was
Oh shit!
you dirty kamikaze bastard? Get grinded! Let's come back.
You know our ship is just wrecking it, right? And you might get killed.
It's already dead.
Oh, that kind of scared the crap out of me.
You may have to do manual welding to fix this. Because they're at 100%, they're just dented.
It's fine. Like it took minor damage, and really we're not far enough along that I'm worried about it.
Like 10.
Okay. But like I'm sitting there building, and then I'm hearing like things get damaged, and that
Pew pew
was-
pew.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll need weapons and shields on it. You are correct. But we don't have engineering or anything set up yet. We'll just have to be mindful. I should have saw that thing coming, but did it have its antenna off until the last second?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I mean, I've been known not to pay attention. Yeah, yeah. It adds character. It makes it look like it's been through hell and back.
Do you want me to go redent it?
You know, I don't think we do want you to redent it. Hello, Mr. J.O. Welcome to the stream.
Inventory full.
Passageway.
Do you want me to put in the H2 generator in this room, or do you want to have its own special room for oxygen and hydrogen generation?
I'm talking about for, like, you want to add it into the industrial section?
Maybe not the refinery room, but maybe one of these other outposts that you popped out. I could do a specialized room that's just...
So those are just support struts. They are not going to have anything on them. So.
Because I was thinking if we did a specialized room where all the oxygen and hydrogen generation can be done.
Here, just make it longer. Like, just for example, just start building
Come
up
on,
this
wider.
way.
Do you want me to go wider then?
No, longer. That is longer. Width is what you were adding onto it.
I'm not going to go any deeper than what it is right now than the 6, so...
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 or 3 blocks past that, so you have room to walk around.
Yeah.
Alright. And I think I have an idea what I'll do then.
Okay. Okay, love streams and I love Planet Coaster. Cool. Well, welcome. Hopefully you have a good time here. I know we're not streaming Planet Coaster, but we'll stream Planet Coaster tomorrow. I think I ought to have a separate staircase for the hangar. Or separate access point. Maybe over in this section is where we get down into the hangar. Could be cool. And we might do a lower part here. Just like have a step down. Space Engineers and Planet Coaster? How you mean, Patrick? Okay, so there's that. And this goes up to the top floor area, which is considered flight command.
Could you imagine multiplayer Planet Coaster?
I think I'd rather shoot myself. I'm way too much of like a perfectionist and control freak for Planet Coaster to try and do multiplayer where people are just kind of building their own stuff. It would bother me to no end.
I mean, it depends on. Like in my case, I'm not really good at designing structures within PC, but I could do roller coasters and whatnot. Design that. And then someone like you could go around and fancy it up with the scenery.
Planet Coaster, then Space Engineers? Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow we're doing Planet Coaster only. I can only do one stream a day on the weekends because I have to try and get things recorded for the week so that I can spend those days during the week to maybe work on Planet Coaster episodes because they take time. So after I'm done streaming today, I will probably stream some something tomorrow, but I'll record a couple things today.
Weren't you gonna try and do Stardew with Ed?
Oh, I wanted to, but I think he and my schedule don't line up simply due to he lives in Britain. I wanted to do a Stardew Valley stream, yeah. This thing is getting pretty dark. Is the sun rotating away from us? I think so.
Probably.
Repair from the stupid drone attack. I'm gonna try and lay out the floors first, and then figure out what's going in each kind of room area, and then we'll worry about walls, because the walls, in my opinion, can be part of the shell of the structure. So it's important to kind of do that last.
I'm just kind of boxing in this area, so I kind of restrict areas and lay out conveyors and whatnot. Give it that real industrial look.
There you go.
Plus, it lets me figure out exactly where I'm gonna type in other things like hydrogen tanks and oxygen tanks and whatnot. I was thinking like the oxygen farms, or whatever, we could kind of scatter throughout the base to function both as function and form. So they look nice, but at the same time they're functional.
What if Planet Coaster multiplayer would be like a bunch of Teji cams, so you could watch what you build? I mean, that'd be kind of neat, like a spectator mode. So people can just go look wherever they want on Planet Coaster. But I would have a feeling the game would not perform well in multiplayer at all. Like if one of you guys tried to load up my park right now, it would probably just crash your computer. Let's be honest. Alpine Odyssey is like not gonna be functional for a while.
I might be able to handle it now with the new system, but hard to say.
Okay, my computer costs $4,500. I get 15 FPS.
I've put $3 grand into mine, and I haven't even bought the GPU yet.
So you might be able to.
I haven't even bought my GPU yet. So there's.
Energy low.
Energy low. Let's rebuild that.
You know what would be cool is if those glass conveyor tubes actually showed parts moving through them.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be like the tubes in. Isn't there a Minecraft mod for piping? You can see the pipes, like what's actually in them and stuff.
I saw someone was working on a gravity-style system pipe where you can actually see things move through them.
That could potentially damage the ship. But yeah, that would be like hoppers or something, right? So you just pull, like, drop it off out a connector down a solid shaft and catch it using like an automatic catch thing. I don't know their name in here.
The collector?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe staircase here. This thing is so boxy. I hope I'm gonna make this look good, but I can tell you now that it might be a little rough for a long while. Space stations are time-consuming projects for me. But then
It would be
again,
for
I
anyone.
mean, like, how long did it take us to build our ship? And it's still not even done. So. It's getting there. By the way, try not to cover the industrial area 100% in plating. Try and just make it somewhat exposed, somewhat covered. I would say
Well,
50% covered.
the room itself is going to be completely encased, so it's airtight. The cargo containers will not be exposed somewhat. The plan was to make this whole room.
I mean, like, I guess this is just what I would have done. I would have put the refineries as part of an outside wall detail, and then the other inside part of the refineries on the inside.
Well, it's not impossible. It's still technically doable.
Right, but like, yeah, we'll see. We'll just see. It's fine. I'll leave you alone. And I'll probably do some outside catwalks as well. I think that'll be needed. You guys are just gonna hear me laying down plates for the next 10 minutes. Click, 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 click. Good thing I don't have a loud keyboard or anything.
No, we wouldn't want that.
Or a loud mouse. Nope, not at all. Truthers, 100% professional, 100% of the time. I wonder how many of our steel plates we have used.
A lot. I think we were down to half last I saw of 50,000. I mean, each refinery alone was like 1,200.
Yeah. It is ASMR to the max. I agree. I can tell you though, my voice doesn't contribute to that. Let's get over here. And once I finish laying in all the flooring, I don't know, we might have to start throwing build and repair systems into the space station itself and just have the space station have the build and repair.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, that way it can at least cover all of it. Go in creative mode. If I go into creative mode, it won't use any materials for me to build this. And that's not very survivable. Oh, I'm out of steel plate on my inventory. That's rare.
Time to redo energy.
Yeah, we're down to 20,000 steel plates. I mean, the ship is just constantly cranking them out, though.
Yeah, I'm not worried. May have to look at building a medical room soon on the station for quicker energy.
I've been getting into the pods in the ship. They actually are linked up and they give you oxygen, energy, and hydrogen. It's the fastest way, in my opinion. Floor. Also might just need to add gravity spots here soon to the station as well, just so I can walk around it. Get a feel for a lot of the spaces. I think I'm going to change the hangar a little bit. I'm gonna go for just one launch port at this point. Something due to I think I need more interior space to store ships.
Yeah, whichever works. I've got one mining ship already positioned, so it can just immediately take off. So you can see how it'll just kind of hang off the side.
So this will be the launch one. Okay. And I might have to make that a bit bigger for hangar purposes, like out to there and out to there, so we can get more ships parked here. Might be able to park a ship or two here, and then just launch out towards the planet. I think that'll at least look cool.
So what I'm going to do for conveyors and whatnot, the standard conveyors that we get from the base, I'm going to use for moving materials around, and then the circular S ones I'll use for moving air. So it looks like it's on its own separate system without being on its own separate system.
Okay, sounds good to me.
And it adds some extra character anyways.
Yeah, variety is good. Oh my god. So many steel plates. Too much build. Sudden urge to make a space station in Planet Coaster now, though.
That could take a while.
Yeah, that would take forever.
The amount of detail you'd have access to?
Yeah, it'd be a little nutty. But let's be honest, I'm not great with sci-fi. I'm just not that well versed in sci-fi details and mechanics and things. Actually, it's faster to do this, I think. Already placed 200 more blocks. Okay, here those. Boop. It's about the same speed, probably. You know, I have to pipe up the whole interior here too, on this side, which would be interesting, depending on what the room layout ends up being.
Well, for now, I'm just gonna pipe to the main structure, and we'll worry about that later. About how to actually pipe it up, because some of the pipes, you know, it'll look good to have them just exposed on the outside.
Yep. You can build it on the ground in Planet Coaster and have a Eurofighter launch in Lift-Tail Coaster. Could do that. You know what? Let's expand this.
Wish you had the mode that has power lines. You can make it look like there's power lines running everywhere.
Power lines, like Fenn cables.
Yeah, like actual power cables. You can get one. You can hang them from the top of interior corridors, and it just looks like you're routing power everywhere. Looks really cool. It's, from my understanding, it's purely cosmetic though.
Well, technically it does run power, because if things are touching, it runs power.
Yeah. Yeah.
How am I gonna get power into the station for now? This lower section is gonna be some engineering. So it might have some reactors, power, additional little details. This is a hangar, living, command, and air traffic control at the top. Kind of how that's working out so far. But definitely it's going to need some tiers down below just to balance it all out. Gravity will be interesting too.
Well, we'll need multiple generators.
Yeah, they'll just need to be spread out along the interior somehow. And then I'll have to try and figure out how to hook up our ship to this thing.
So if you have a launch tube, then probably you'll want to place it maybe off to this side. Like, which one of these is your launch tube?
Here. I'm looking into the launch tube from here.
So you probably want to dock over here then, on this bay.
That's gonna be that's where vehicles are actually parked on this little thing.
And how about over here then?
What I'll do is probably actually might put it down below.
Yeah, that could work.
And we might be able to dock up to say, you know how we have the round connectors on top?
Yeah.
We might be able to just come out through these into
Do
the
an
station.
airlock.
Yeah. Kind of what we might have to do. I'm not sure though. Oh, did you add a GPS coordinate here? Can you add one? I want to be able to come back. In case we have to like go somewhere.
Oh, just a little bit so that we don't like warp into it. Did we have a name for the station yet?
No. I think we'll get a name. Maybe on the next stream we'll name it. So you guys can have some time to think of a good name for this station in the meantime. Is there a quick way for me to copy that?
I think with mod support.
Yeah. Just,
So
you're just gonna keep the station saved, and when we want to warp here, you'll change the warp. For now. This is living. Probably make the mess hall out here. That could be cool to do. Like the mess hall overlooking the entrance where ships go in and out. Let's do kitchen. Seat.
oh, I spaced that perfectly.
Table.
Wait. No, I didn't.
Furniture.
Thought I.
A1M and fire. Aim and fire. Well, thanks for subscribing. Have a good time here, my friend. Okay. Kitchen. Okay. Hot damn, this is live. Indeed. Sink, cooker, refrigerator. By the way, I like the mess hall idea. Overlooking the docking bay brings in a lot of atmosphere. Well, thank you.
If you're able to set up a connection to the space station to the ship, then what we can do is the hydrogen tanks in the station can be used to refill the ship.
Fit through this? Not really. probably work on the exterior wall later, so let's add cover and stuff. Kinda wish there was a good countertop. Actually, I don't like that. Let's try moving it over one here. Right to here. That way we can maybe get an island. By the way, hashtag others is Sunday, in case anyone else forgot. Oh. Yeah, it is Sunday. Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day, that thing. I swear, I used to have another interior thing here somewhere. Oh, a curved console would look good. I think I have a bar. Nope, no bar. Damn things. I might just have to use like some type of console. You know, whenever this game has a scripting error, I kind of get concerned. Basically, I just feel like the game is trying to do something tricky, and it just failed. And so, there's probably some sort of, like, stealth drone out there now. Like a ceiling monitor might be cool.
And you got to get it.
Like, this is what's having for lunch today. This is today's menu.
Storage tank facility is done.
Nice. Let's get rid of that. Just add a sink.
And on the other side, I'll do the assemblers and oxygen generation and hydrogen generation facility. The inside is definitely going to look very industrial.
Corner.
Got catwalks that are gonna go everywhere.
Ugh. Does this line up? Because if it does, I might have to do something like that. Era sci-fi vibe. I'm trying. I don't have a lot of block variation here to get this to work. As much as I'd probably like. Wow, it's got usable buttons. So intrigued by that. Pillar. Can I use as a detailed pillar? I wonder if I can do pipes. Because I want something to frame this entryway. Transformer blocks. Plants. It's pretty cool. Like an oxygen farm? That might work. Oh, I'm happy for the suggestion. It worked pretty well. LCD. Well, it's the entryway into the kitchen. It's not necessarily... Like, this is supposed to be a door. Gravity. Inverted. I need a girder. Maybe I'll just leave it as an open entryway. Should be fine to do. Figure out how I want the glass to look though. On the outside here. Change this. Something different.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Imagine welding this by hand.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't be playing if we didn't have the build repair system. I can tell you that now. So we'll do that, and then... Thin window gets wider. Thin window gets wider. I need girders to make these, don't I? Alright, where's the ship? Down below. Sure.
The assembly half is done. When it's done being welded.
Or, yeah, an army of people to weld. Yeah, that would be a little... I think we'd require like 30 people here constructing this thing.
Give or take.
Give or take, yeah. Actually, this is the wrong way. Window. Not too flat. There we go. That is the correct way. And we need a 1x1 flat. Which is where? speed. Run a central room light here. Probably these. Lights, and then windows, up. Is there a 1x3? No. And a 1x2. Okay, I think that's a good looking little mess hall.
That's a...
You just say it was okay. Am I gonna have to ban you?
In before gravity generator flips me upside down.
Yep.
Oh, you're using the tree farms? Nice. That's a good way to make an entrance.
Yeah, chat wanted that.
Is there any way of connecting it?
From below.
Perfect.
But, you know, if you want to take a seat somewhere, you can kind of see what the view's gonna be like.
No station fuel.
Yeah, it's a good view.
Yeah, we got the planet. For at least from my seat, I can see the planet and the moon out there, and we'll be able to see ships come and go, I suppose.
It's definitely starting to take shape. That's for sure.
Yep.
If you had a more recent look at the industrial wing.
Nope. What is it? Are those the assemblers?
Yeah. With a crap ton of speed module.
Yep. Yours is going to be much harder to design a good-looking cover for, I will say.
Yeah. But it'll definitely be industrial when I'm done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do have the pipes. Ooh, even better. Now I can really make it look industrial, both inside and out. Make it look like one of those big oil refineries or whatever you see out in the world. Cover it in pipes.
Just for now, though, I'm going to just slap a reactor somewhere in the industrial area.
Yeah. Maybe do a safe game too, just in case.
Why?
You never know.
You never know.
That's a wall that's gonna be sitting right there. Where are you putting the?
So I was just gonna slap it on one of your square connectors here, just so it can be accessed. Probably like right here. Then I will grab some from our ship, some uranium.
Oh, yeah, that should be okay. That should work. Oh, that's the large grid six, or that's just the small 6.0.
Yep. I figured
should
that'll
work there.
run subsystems at least.
Yeah, there's no sorters linked to that chain, so that should be fine.
20.
And the whole base turns green. But it also means the refineries are up and running, the assemblers are up and running. We can actually now use the base to basically do everything. Sort. Oh, where do you want to put the server room?
Probably on the lower section.
By engineering?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's probably gonna be the first little bump out at the bottom. And then from there, there'll probably just be a ladder to the reactor rooms and stuff.
Because the server room for a space station will need to be substantially larger. Yeah, I'd say this whole thing's starting to look really good. All the refineries, assemblers, tanks.
Mm-hmm.
You notice I intentionally dropped the one side on by the assemblers instead of adding two more, so that I can actually slant the roof downwards to not keep it so symmetrical.
That's fine. The funny thing is, our ship is still bigger right now. At least compared to like the industrial area.
Ship is girthier.
Oh, we got a hostile coming in. It just went invisible, I think.
Or it worked out. So
I
as
don't
I
know.
said,
But either way, I'm going to point the ship where it was.
or, yeah, or maybe it worked out. It's like, screw this. So now the base at the tower, I can actually dock the mining.
It's funny looking at the hangar in the ship, because you're kind of looking at it and you're like, nothing small. Okay. My oxygen? Okay. Thanks, guys. I'm glad chat's here. I think at this point, though, it's been about 3 hours. That's about the limit of any of these streams. People are kind of starting to fade away anyways. So I'm going to be ending this stream here. Thank you guys so much for coming out as we start work on our space station here, protecting the moon of Mars and Mars itself. If you guys enjoyed the stream, feel free to subscribe, sponsor if you want the access to all the emotes and all that wonderful stuff. Thank you guys who did donate and subscribe already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Silent Night.
See you guys.